Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So I'm here to do another stash busting video, and we're still on book pages. This will be the final week that I will do on book pages, and the idea for this week is to make little paper clusters. So this is one that I've done. And we're just using a variety of different things. The base is scraps of cardstock. We've got a bit of lace or crochet in there, a couple of bits and bobs, fussy cuts and stuff. And the book page part, you could just use book page, or if you've been cutting down your masterboards, if you've made masterboards in the past, and you sometimes end up with like little offcuts, I usually keep these because sometimes they can make, belly bands and things, or page edges, and sometimes they can make nice little interesting tear off pieces for something like this, which is what the book page part is. It's just that, and the reason I'm using that rather than just a bit of book page is because these are already quite sturdy, and so they give it, if you do it in a certain way, you can kind of almost get like kind of like a 3D look. I don't know if you can see it on video, but that's one of them. And then this one is a bit more flatter, and I was just basically playing around, and I really liked how they looked, so I thought I would do a video on how to do these. Of course, if you are stash busting along with me, then you can do really anything that you like. This week we're doing embellishments, and we're doing sort of bonuses or extras, so masterboards, trifolds, whatever you can think of really. It's completely up to you. So I'm just going to bring the camera in a little bit so you can see better, because where we're doing small little clustery things, I think hopefully that will be a little bit easier for you to see. Okay, so first step, you want to get your scraps of card. So hopefully you've been keeping these handy somewhere. In my scrap box, what I do is I keep a bag of scrap card, so that I always can just grab it really easily when I want to use it. And then all I'm doing is using my tear ruler. I'm just giving everything a torn edge because I like that look, but you could do it with your hands. You don't have to have a tear ruler. You don't even have to have a torn edge if you prefer things, straight and neat. And then we're just going to tear off sort of clustery sized pieces. So this one, for example, could make two nice little bases. So we're just going to get a few of those done. I have prepared a little pile. There's no way I'm going to get through all of them, but I can sit down in front of the TV one day and catch up if I need to, but I'm just going to do a few together on video. So get out your scrap card if you want to give this a go. Now this one, I'm going to tear it like so I can have a slightly bigger one and a slightly smaller one, because I like the idea of having, different sizes. And as for my bases, so the scrap card, I've just pulled out nice background cardstock, so it's pretty, it's nice to look at, but I won't be terribly upset if I cover up bits of it, so I reckon we can get maybe 3 out of this one. There we go. And then I'm not going to use that one. I've decided I don't fancy working with another blue bit today. I might do, but I've got enough blue, I think. So we've got our pile of scrap card. What else have I got on my desk? I've got my little bits of, as I say, the offcuts of masterboards. And the ones that I've got, I do a lot of masterboards where I just use a bunch of text and music sheet, because you get a neutral base, so it can be used for any theme that you work on. And also it just makes quite an interesting background, because, you've got, like for example, this one, you've got nice little bits of text everywhere, different upside down, left and right, and different text and stuff. It's quite interesting. I've got a tray of fussy cuts and some little words. And then I've just got, I keep some of my little small things in little trays like this on my desk. And so I might pull out little snippety type things is what I call this drawer. It's basically just like tickets, things like this where they make cool little like collage editions. That's kind of what that is. And lastly, I've got a jar on my desk where I keep little pieces of fabric scraps, ribbon scraps, that kind of thing. So hopefully we'll be able to bust through some of those today as well. And I've got my eyelets to the left. To just really, the eyelets was, I'll just explain. I thought it looked kind of interesting and different, but on top of that, I have a bunch of coloured eyelets, white eyelets and coloured eyelets that I just never use. So I want to bust through those as well, but that part is definitely optional. All right, so let's grab our first base. And I'm not inking anything today, I've decided. So let's go with this nice floral. So hopefully if I pop it there, hopefully you're in the middle of the screen. Okay, so we want our book text, and really we just want to find something that fits size-wise. So that will do. I'll just tear it down a tad. Lovely. And then we want something scrappy. So I've just got a little bit of a piece of ribbon here, which I'll put there. I think that will do. Let me just put this in front of me so I can remember what's next. I want a little snippety thing. Let's go with this little, I've got a little like ticket thing. I just have a die cut. I think that will give some colour there. As you can see, I'm not being particularly precious about what I'm doing. I'm just going for it because, you know, with clusters and stuff, if you start trying to overthink things, it can be very, very easy for you to just fumble and be there for absolutely ages. So I'm thinking the cat. Let's go with the cat, why not? And then I want some kind of word, which I want something kind of like, oops. Let's go with hope. That's a nice word, isn't it? Cool. All right, so I'm just going to kind of wrangle this in somehow. So where's my glue? Here it is. And yeah, you just go for it. Don't think too hard. Essentially, I've built this like formula, if you want to call it that. It's a bad word really, because formula makes it sound so very unartistic. But you know, essentially it just allows you to just get on with it. Without thinking too much and questioning what you're doing and all the rest of it, you know. It's so much more exciting when you work like that. So go somewhere there. And as I said, I'm not inking anything today. I don't know why. I don't actually know why I'm not inking anything. I just kind of decided I don't really want to ink anything today. Apart from this, I will ink. I'm contradicting myself already. I just want to get rid of the white around the cat, but as I said, I don't want to. I don't want the ink to be the focus. I just want to, yeah, get on with it. So I hope you're all doing well. I'm actually filming this on Good Friday, so Easter has begun. So happy Easter if you celebrate. Right, where are we going to put this word? I think somewhere in there would be good. So just tear that a bit neater. Whoop, without tearing into the word itself. There we go. And I'll do the eyelets at the end because I don't want to faff around with eyelets right now. I'll just do them all in one go at the end. So I don't know how many we'll get done today of these, but we'll just see how we go really. So that's that. As you can see, it doesn't look like so much at the moment, but I think once we add the eyelets, I might even just add one eyelet, maybe a couple. And of course, you know, if you wanted to, you could always come in and add butterflies. They're always a good shout. I'm going to do it now and be like, oh, I actually quite like it, the butterfly, let's do it. You know, you can always add extra things, can't you? So let's pop the butterfly here. There we go. Now my cat can have a friend. There we are. So yeah, as I say, I'll get all this stage done and then we'll do the eyelets at the end. So I'll just pop them out of the way to dry. And I will try my best to do a variety of colours. I'm working with Botanicals at the moment just because I feel like it. So that will probably be my basic idea today, is lots of like Botanicals and type things. But I'll try to work with different colours so that it's a bit more interesting on the video. And yeah, as I say, I'm trying very hard not to overthink things too much, because that can be, as I said, for me I'm always overthinking things really. As soon as I let myself, it happens. So I'm trying very hard at the moment not to overthink and just get on with it. So let's pop this little scrap. I'm going to cut this in two actually. I'll have two bits on this one just so that I can then kind of hope that I'm just going to glue it down, because it's going to annoy me if it's sticking up like that. There we go, let's just go for it. Come on. There we go. As I said, I'm not being precious about these at all, because yeah, with clusters it can be very easy to overthink things and then you just never get anything done, whereas it's a lot more fun if you just go for it. I would say that's the same with collaging as well. Collaging is a lot easier if you just throw caution to the wind and just start gluing. And then you can obviously build up your picture from there. So really these are a form of collage, aren't they? I would say, because, you know, we're building up layers of things. There we go. I'm trying to get some 3D elements to them as well if I've used a thicker lace. Right, what shall we do? So we've gone kind of greenish with this one. So I did have a few things like trees and birds, so let's see. I've also got a fairy. Might be a little bit big. Yeah, too big. Too big for this one, Justine. Nice blue. That's too big for that one as well. I need something smaller. What we got? That's pretty. Let's do that. That brings in some colour. Lovely. And then, yeah, I need my word, don't I? So, what have we got? We've got a flower. So, let's do... Yeah, that'll do. And I might tear down the base a little bit just so that I think that base is a little bit big for this, but you know. I'll wait until I know what I'm doing with the eyelets though, actually thinking about it, because we want to fit the eyelets in, don't we? And like I said, you don't have to do the eyelets. I just thought it added an interesting element to it, and also used up something that I never really get a chance to use. So that's that. As I said, I might tear that background down a tad. So I realise I probably should be at least bringing these up. I know they're not finished, but you know, hopefully you're able to see what I'm aiming for. And hopefully what you're seeing, despite my jabbering on and talking a lot, I'm hoping that you're seeing how quick they are as well to pull together, because that's really the aim today, is not to be quick that it doesn't become fun. There's no like, you know, don't set a timer or anything like that, but I think the idea is not to get stuck in your head, as I keep saying, because that can take the enjoyment out of it. And stuff like this can be as simple or as complicated as you like. And, you know, anyone who knows me knows that I love simple, because I think you can do some really interesting, fun things with simple. And as I said, without getting stuck in your head and, you know, being a perfectionist and all these things that can sometimes happen. Right, so this is quite a busy background. I'm quite liking the bird, so I just want to cut around his talons a bit better. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Sorry I didn't have a video last week, I should probably say as I cut this out. I was away on a press trip last week for my travel blog, and also it was my husband's birthday. So I took a little bit of a, I suppose not a hiatus, but just a little bit of a break from social media to concentrate on those things and, you know, be present with my husband and that. But also, well, yeah, that was the main reason. that was basically it. Yeah, I just needed a bit of time together with him, really. And, you know, it's very easy to kind of get stuck in what you're doing and everything. Right, what are we doing with this little tickety thing? I think that's kind of what I'm aiming for, but I do need to mess around with this one a little bit more. So let's just glue that a little bit better. And I have to keep reminding myself we've not added the eyelets yet. That does add a little something to it, I think. Might add a little bit of extra lace. Let's just see, shall we? Yeah, that way. Yeah, there we go. So I hope you are wanting to give some of these a go. I hope that the idea interests you in some way. So the bird is going there-ish. Yeah, like that. I'm just wondering if I should be... No, I think that's fine. And then we've still got to do the word, haven't we? I forgot my word. I do like a word in a cluster. I think it just adds a bit of interest to the... It gives your eye something else to look at. Is why I like words. And I'm liking Use Your Wings because we have a bird and butterflies on this one, but I need to figure out where I'm putting it. So I know that I want that there. I don't know how many of these I will get done. As per usual, I have prepared a lot of stuff on my desk, thinking that I'm going to be the world's fastest crafter and I'm gonna get like 50 of these done. But yeah, no. Just no, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, we'll just go until I think I've run out of time. I think you know, might be a little bit on the longer side, this video, but to be honest, you didn't have a video from me last week, so you know what, who cares if it's a little bit on the longer side, eh? And you can always watch me in parts. Pause me and go have some lunch or something and come back. Oh dear. So have you got any Easter plans? I haven't really. Not really. I'll just be working, I suppose. I have a lot of stuff that I still need to get done, and you know, being self-employed, I don't really have like bank holidays or anything. Yeah, so that one definitely wants the eyelets. I'm just wondering. Let's do it. Do you see that? How it, no thought, just, yes, that looks good, go for it, glue. Right, next. You know, yeah, I definitely think it's better that way with this type of a project. I think we can be so hard on ourselves sometimes, can't we? There we go. So yeah, might need to do a little bit of better gluing, but essentially that is that one. So yeah, for the eyelets, I'll maybe put one up there or down there or something. We'll see. We shall see. Okie dokie. So I got 20 minutes in. So I'm just trying to work out how long to go for. Yeah, got caught in my head then. So yeah, the press trip that we did was lovely. We went to, well, we were invited to, it's a 4-star hotel in Bath, the city of Bath, beautiful city, one of my faves, here in the UK at least. And yeah, we went to do that. And there was, well, basically we were staying in a junior suite room, which was 4 times the size of our bedroom here in the UK, easily. And there was a Michelin star restaurant on site as well that we were invited to go to. And my goodness me, I've never had Michelin star food in my life, neither has my husband. And some things were bizarre, bizarre concoctions, but it was such an interesting experience. And it just happened to be the day we were checking out was actually my husband's birthday, so it worked out quite nicely to be able to do that then, you know. So yeah, it was yeah, a really fabulous, fun experience. I will be I do need to write up a review on my blog about it. That will be my travel blog, so if you're interested in reading that, then let me know and I can send you the link. I imagine I'll probably try to have it up next week, because I do like to write about our travels, you know, relatively soon after the trip, because otherwise I forget things and, you know, all the rest of it. So do I want any of this in here? What have we got? As I said, this is just my little drawer of snippety things that go in collages and just little bits of stuff that I can rifle through. And yeah, lots of these like ticket things, which I do think work quite well for this. I have a die cutting thing that does these, in case you're wondering. It's a nice bold flower, isn't it? Where do we want you now? So I don't want to cover up that ticket now. Do I want that? I'm going to take off the stem actually, sorry. Just crashing, walloping into things next to me. There, let's go with that, and I'll just tidy it up a bit more. That was my lazy, very lazy fussy cutting I had going on there. So let's go with the middle. I like it being strong in the middle. Move that there, and then that can go something like that. Yeah, and then once we've added the eyelets, it will be filled up. Oh, dear, dropping it. I'm enjoying these. I like how quick they are to pull together. Like I said, once you've worked out a system that works for you, it's you can definitely blast through them quite quickly. And then occasionally I'm just sort of bending the card back just to make sure that things are not glued down like 100%, because what that enables you to have then is a little bit of a 3D interest going on. There you go. Well, I hope you like the idea. It's one of those things, is you know, we're filming these videos saying la 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 all about our idea, and we're just sitting there thinking, well, I hope somebody likes this idea. Because oh goodness, otherwise I'd be talking to myself at this point. Let's use this one. Right, so this one I think I'm gonna throw caution to the wind actually, and turn it on its side, because this is quite it's a small scrap, So I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab some blue, I think. So is that going to fit? Let's put that in somewhere. Just gives it a little bit of colour. We haven't got our lace. Let's grab some lace. Just tidy that up, end up a bit. There you go. Yeah, lovely. And then I've got my eyes on this blue butterfly, and then some kind of word in there somewhere. Let's go with a bigger word because it's only a butterfly, so let's make the word more of a focus on this one. Whoops, nearly tore through it. Okay, let's go for it. It's actually kind of fun not to ink anything as well. Speeds up the process a little bit, and we don't always want everything inked, do we? I mean, I suppose it depends on your style. For me, with botanicals, I prefer not inking these days because I don't know what it is, but when I ink with botanicals, and I know it's just me, because when other people do it, it looks, you know, fine. But when I do it, I find that the botanicals look like I've just rubbed mud on them. Is that a really weird thing to say? I think it's a weird thing to say. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's only me who has this problem. Yeah, I'd be curious as to know your thoughts. Do you ink your botanicals? Like I said, it probably depends on style and stuff. Some people go, you know, full on, you know, grungy with it because that's their style and it's what they prefer. But yeah. Anyway. Sorry if I'm a little bit wooden. As I said, it's taking me a little bit longer to get into things, is the honest truth. Yeah, I used to film, you know, 3 videos a week, and getting out of that and trying to get back into it again is just yeah, taking me a little bit of a long time, but I am very happy with these, so let's go. So we've been about 25 minutes. I'll probably go, oh, I don't know. Should I do another 10 minutes or so? I don't know. Let's see if I can do something with this long blue one. Like I said, it's nice to have, oh, I might actually go, oh, let's go off center with it. Let's do that. Let's change it up a bit. There we go. What have we got now? Can I fit this blue flower fairy, which just never get a chance to use, so it'd be nice to, yeah, let's do it. Why not? And then what wish? Let's do wish word, something like that. And I haven't done the fabric. I mean, you don't have to do the fabric, do you? Let's be honest. I just think it adds a little bit of extra something to it, just poking out. Oops. There we go. Right. Done. So we'll have a little bit poking up here. And also it gets these little piddly scrappy bits used up as well, because you don't always know what to do with them. But using them in clusters and things is usually a good shout. I was having this slightly off, wasn't I? Yes. Somewhere there. So we're obviously trying to scrapbust, stashbust. We are stashbusting our book pages, but also this is a good little scrapbuster for paper and fabric. Always a plus. And yeah, using up some little things that you got. something like so. And but yeah, sorry if I seem very quiet. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. Takes me a little bit of time, I think. And then I just want to bend that a little bit so that my fairy isn't completely stuck down. There you go. I realise I'm not leaving a ton of room for the eyelets in these, so that will be an interesting part of whether these will actually end up having eyelets on them. But we'll see what we've got at the end. Like I said, I'm one of these people that's best just getting on with it, because otherwise I dilly dally. And yeah, I'm enjoying this being very fun and just very carefree and just, you know, going for it kind of thing. So with this one I've got some nice pink satiny ribbon just to liven that up a bit. Yes, let's do it. What should I add from here? Let's go with this one, that will do. So yeah, something like that, good. And then I'm liking these butterflies, I might use that. And then what word should I have? What we got? What do we got? Happy. Change. Let's do change. Right, let's go for it with this one then. So grab our ribbon. So yeah, as I say, I hope you like the idea of these. Actually, I'm going to do away with that part. I don't think it needs it on this one. Now this is actually technically a sticker, but it's like a 3D sticker. So that'll be cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm going very quiet now. I'm just thinking about what to talk about. As I said, I've said about the hotel and the Michelin star food. That was, yeah, a very interesting experience that was. Yep. I'm just trying to think what else we've done since I last spoke to you. I don't know. I've started up my Forget Me Not Friday email series, which has been proving very popular, which I'm really pleased about, because it's been a lot of fun for me to, you know, dig into the archives and find interesting things to. I'm just going to add some glue under that. You know, interesting things to remind you about, I suppose. You know, projects that I've done. But it's been really fun for me digging into old ideas and reminding myself about things that I've done, because sometimes it can be very easy to just move on to the next project without any real thought as to what you've been working on so far. And we can forget about ideas, you know, as time goes on, can't we? So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to to share all that with you, and as I said, to see that it's been popular as well is makes it all the more worth it, because if it's fun for me and it's fun for you, then, you know, win-win. Double yay, you know. So let's do a big one for this one. So yeah, so I've been doing that. So we're on week 4, which should be going out sometime today, or might already go out by the time this video goes out. And I also found a way to have a page of the ideas. So if you've not come across the series, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll try to remember, as best I can, try to remember to link some information down below. So you can go check that out, and you can have a look at the previous ideas, and then you can decide whether it's something you want to be receiving via email. Cool. And then do that. Whoops. And try and go in there. I want something bigger than that, actually. Let's find something else. What shall we have? But yeah, that's kind of it. I don't really have any news. I'm a bit of a boring person, really. Oh dear. I don't really think I'm a boring person, but you know, sometimes you just don't really have anything to necessarily talk about. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, I think it will just take me a little while to get into the swing of, you know, being back to doing videos and stuff. But as I said before, I do hope to be here more. I am trying to get back into it, because I know some of you have missed me, and trust me, I've missed you guys as well. I really have. I'm going through a few things at the moment with my business, and unfortunately I've not got as much freedom as I had before, because of certain things have happened, shall we say, and I'm trying not to get into it because it's really just you know, it's not a very nice topic. It's a very upsetting topic, to be honest. Basically, it's $1 trillion companies profiting off of us little businesses, throwing us to the wolves and completely demolishing our businesses. And I'm still trying to get my head around what's happened in recent months. And eventually I will, I don't know. I've been wanting to talk about it, but I still need to get my thoughts together as to what is happening. Basically, it all stems from some changes that Google have made in their business, where they've essentially picked on content creators like myself, where they've decided they don't want us to be featured on Google anymore. And you know, you don't have to know very much about computers to know that Google is essentially like a big portion of the internet. And when they decide that they don't like you and they don't want to have your content shown to their users, then essentially running a business online is then very, very, very hard to do. And unfortunately, the biggest reason that they've made these changes, which I will talk about at some point, is so that they can take our content that we've created, videos, blog posts, audio, all the rest of it, whatever it is that content creators are making, and they are trying to replace us with their own stuff that they're making. And they're doing it as a money grab. But unfortunately, they're doing it in a way that actually profits off of our, I might do that. Profits off of our hard work and our expertise and our skills without adding anything themselves. And it's made me very angry, as you can probably tell in the tone of my voice changing a little bit. And I'm still trying to understand what is going on and how I, as a blogger and YouTuber and all the rest of it, can carry on my business with these changes having been made for me. Like, I'm still trying to figure it all out. So if basically the reason I'm talking about this is because if you've seen me be very different on video to how I normally am, or anything like that, I'm not around as much, etc., etc. I'm not myself. The simple reason is because these changes are very damaging to my business, and I'm still trying to figure out what I can do about it, if anything. And yeah, well, basically, I don't know what my future looks like at this point. And that includes, you know, the future of House of Mahalo, the future of my travel blog, the future of just everything that I've spent the last several years working very hard on. And I'm just trying to, yeah, come to terms with everything really, and just figure out my plans. And yeah, eventually I'll know what I'm doing. Anyway, right, so enough about that. As I said, I will figure out a way to explain to you exactly what's been happening, because I do feel like I feel like I need to explain, because I can feel myself not being myself, and I know that I haven't been around as much as I would usually be. So I'm trying to figure out how to put these eyelets in, if it needs it. As I said, I felt like the eyelets just added a little bit of something extra. Whoops. But I think for this one, I'm going to go with one in the corner. So let's do that. Yeah, so basically my point is, I feel like I have some explaining to do, because I'm not myself right now, but I need to figure out what my plans are before I can really talk about it properly, I think is what I'm trying to say, very inarticulately. But you know, yeah, I know that I've got some explaining to do and everything, and I will get there. Right, so I'm just going to just tear this corner down a little bit, because I went a little bit in with that eyelet whilst I was distracted, wasn't I? Okay, so we've got that. I still feel like it wants something else, which is why I think I was having more than one eyelet in there. So let's just sort of see. And like I said, you don't have to do the eyelets at all. I don't know. Actually, I'll tell you what. I will tell you what I will do. I'm going to see if I've got a butterfly rather than an eyelet. There we go, just added a little butterfly just to give it a bit of something else on there. And yeah, happy with that one. So yeah, as I said, I hope you like these. Yeah, so basically I am very sorry if I'm not myself at the moment, which is what that long spiel was supposed to be about. It's just, yeah, I'm just struggling a little bit is the simple answer. And you know what? I'm so incredibly fed up of it being these $1 trillion companies that are the only winners. Like, you know, I'm so sick of it. I'm just so sick of it. And as I said, I'm trying really hard for it not to affect me, but it definitely is. So yeah, and I think the reason that I haven't really been around on video is because I know that it's affecting me, and the last thing I want to be doing is moaning about stuff when this is supposed to be all fun for us and everything. But it's just oh, I'm struggling. Is the truth. I'm just struggling a little bit with it all, and I know that I will bounce back. I always do, but I just need to figure out what my plan is. But anyway, yeah, enough about that, because you're supposed to be having fun. So yeah, as I said, the eyelets are not going to be for everyone. I just feel like they add a little bit of something extra to them. But you absolutely don't have to add the eyelets if you don't like that idea. So for example, this one, I'm not going to add an eyelet because it's only a small one. I don't think there's really a huge amount of room. Just want to decide, and as I said, I really want to find a way to use these coloured eyelets, because as I said, I rarely use them, and so there we go. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you. If you will give these a go, please do tell me. Please do let me know. I thought for a minute I hadn't clicked the video recording. I have. Okay, right. Go for it, Justine. Oops. I really need to get a new crocodile because this poor thing, the spring is broken in it, so it yeah, it doesn't like me very much, but I'm managing, so that's the main thing. Yeah, you know, these tools cost a bit of money, so I refuse to replace it until I can actually no longer physically use it. That's my motto. There we are. What do you think of the eyelets? Honestly, your honest opinion. I'm in two minds about them. I feel like they're adding something extra to them, just a bit of interest. But at the same time, I sort of look at them and think, well, actually, does it need it? Don't know. I'm using more white than anything else. But I think it's kind of cool with the idea that you could also turn these into dangles, maybe. You know, they can be clusters on a page or to decorate something. But for example, this one, I'm just doing an eyelet in the corner, and then it could be turned into a dangle. I mean, you could even have like a little bit of a charm coming off of the coming off of the side. Let's just have a little look, shall we? I've got some, this might be a little bit too big, but I've still got some of these circle charms, you see? So I'm kind of wondering whether we're all friends here. We can have a bit of a play, can't we? I'm just curious whether this is something to do. I might cut off some. Oh, actually, I quite like it. I might cut off some of the, you know, make the chain shorter because I think it would be more like that sort of length. So I might sort of faff with that later, just cut it down a little bit. So, but that's kind of cool, isn't it? Adds a little bit extra. I don't know whether it becomes a cluster or a dangle when you do that, but I'm not sure. And then we've got, yeah, let's put a bit of pink on it because, again, part of the reason I liked the eyelets is that for the plainer backgrounds, oops, it adds a little bit of colour to them. Just want to find another pink one of that shade. I'm getting them all over myself. This is ridiculous. Honestly, you don't even want to know how many eyelets I've just gotten all over the floor. Somewhere on my lap. Everywhere. They're just gone everywhere. Oh, goodness. The things we do, eh? The things we do. Yeah, so for example, this one, I feel like the eyelets really add something to it with being a bit of a plainer background. And then I want to get an eyelet in over here somewhere, if I can fit it in. Whoops, sorry, crash bang wallop. There we go. I'm on the last couple, so I'm just going to keep going because I know some of you like to see these things, you know, completely finished. There you go. Right, what do we want for you? I think this one. I've still got a bunch of these charmy type things, charm type things. So yeah, I think I'll do one little eyelet in the corner, and then I'm going to add a charm to this one as well. So that was not the plan at all today, to add charms or dangles to them or whatever, but that's the great thing about crafting and all the things that we're doing, is one idea can spark a multitude of ideas, can't it? And then yeah, it just goes from there, and you can see somebody do something and that will spark an idea. You could be working on it yourself and that will spark an idea, and yeah, it just snowballs from there, and it's an amazing feeling. So you know, I appreciate, you know, for those of you who've been doing crafting for a long time, you know this already, but for those of you that are new, have a play. Honestly, just play with stuff, because you never know what you might end up coming up with ideas wise and all the rest of it. So again, with this one, I'm going to make that chain shorter, because I want it to be more like this sort of length, but you get the idea. Last one then, what we doing? Now I'm gonna tell you the truth, this is not my favouriteest one, which I think is why I left it to the end. Because it's quite dark. I don't know if the eyelets are going to be the thing to brighten it up a little bit, so I'm just going to have a little look in my drawer, because I feel like I want to add, I think it's the background. I love that Tim Holtz paper, but I just feel like it's a little bit on the dark side. So this one will be the faffy one. Really. It will be the one that I faff with the most. I would love to have another white eyelet, but I think I used them all. I think I used them all. So I'm going to throw caution to the wind and go with a gold one, I think. There we go, that's that one. And I just I shortened the chain, and I've just done that with these other two as well, just to, again, like I said, I only wanted a short chain on them. As I said, surprise little tangly embellishments on these. Not what I expected to do today, but I do like what that's given them. So that's those. And then obviously these are the two I started with off screen. So I'm just bringing them up so you can see. And then, yeah, no eyelets, just a little diddly thing. And then those two. So I hope you like the idea. More than anything, I hope you want to give them a go. So I suppose we have made clusters, which partly turned into dangles at some point. I don't really know what we've made, but I really do like them. So we were able to use, you know, our little fabric scraps, offcuts of masterboards if you've got those lying around, or you could just use book page, little fussy cuts and things, some eyelets, some charms, whatever, however you want to do them, fabric scraps, paper scraps, yeah, a little bit of a stash busting with everything thrown in today. But I hope you like them. I think they look really, really cool. I think they look different. I think they look pretty. So I'm pretty happy. So more than anything, I hope you want to give these a go. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me today. I'm really, really, really sorry about that blip in the middle where I started thinking about what's happening at the moment. As I said, that's kind of why I've not been around on video, because I was worried that it would come out on video. And at the end of the day, I'm human. It's to be expected. It's going to come out in my tone of voice, or if I start thinking about it, and I'm trying very hard not to think about it. So I am sorry about that blip in the middle, but you know, please forgive me, and I hope that things will be okay. But I just have to be honest, I don't know what the future of my businesses looks like at the moment. I'm always gonna do my best to come out on top and do what I can. I'm just very unhappy with these big companies like Google, where they essentially move the goalposts and they are not playing fairly at the moment. And as I said, I need to gather my thoughts about everything in order to either write about it or speak about it. Because at the moment I'm still in a phase of shock as to the things that have happened this month. But, you know, please know I will do my absolute best to continue on. I will do my best to keep being here and keep pedaling, because I really, really want to do these things. Sorry, I'm moving the camera. I really want to be able to do these things, and I really want to be here. I just need to figure out where I go from here, what my next steps are, and how to continue. But yeah, as I said, I know this has been a little bit of a vague message, but it's because I owe you an explanation as to where I've been, and I know that, and I want to be able to give that to you. I'm just, at the moment, I'm still in a phase of shock, so I'm struggling with making coherent sense. That's kind of where I'm at. But, you know, this is not what this channel is about. This channel is for crafting. I just want to be honest with you, because for those of you who watch me a lot, I'm human, and if something is bothering me in my life, it's going to affect my creativity, and it's going to affect my mental health, and it's going to affect my happiness, and it's going to affect how I speak and what I say and how I come across. So I feel like I needed to say something to explain that, because I did feel a little bit wooden today. But all in all, positive side, let's find the stars in a dark sky and the rainbows on a rainy day. I have loved what I've made today, so that is what I'm happy about. So yeah, as always, thank you for being here again. Sorry, and I'll do my best to just keep swimming. Thank you then, everyone, and we'll speak soon, hopefully. As I said, my video schedule is a little bit hit and miss at the moment, but I am hoping, really, really hoping, that I can start pulling my finger out and get back to being where I was. So thank you for bearing with me, and sorry this has turned into a little bit of a agony aunt session, but I just hope that you know that I am thinking of you, and it's not that I don't want to be here. I really, really do. So thank you for watching, thank you for being here, thanks for putting up with me, and I hope to speak to you very soon. Bye-bye for now. P.S. if you make some of these, please tell me. Please tell me you want to make some of these. Please tell me, please show me, please tell me. Yeah, tell me all the things, because I do really, really want to hear from you. Thanks so much then, and we'll speak very soon. Bye-bye for now.